Like
None.
your DVD commentary on episode 1 of Entourage compared to us covering it 3 years ago, compared to now, will be 3 wildly different things, right?
Yeah, because I'm off.
You already forgot what you did with the.
I forgot. I mean, it was weird actually with Seth here the other day. I totally
By the way,
forgot
I forgot, and we left. Oh, what was one of the lines that somebody said to me? I'm like, it's not what it looks like, Seth. Never is, E. Never is. When I was talking to him, I mean, he had a bunch of. He came in. He blew the doors off.
But what I really remembered was,
I wish we would have brushed up on his stuff
at the Standard Hotel. He was not going to ever be in any more episodes. Somehow, maybe you said, Seth wants to do it or something, or he was there. We came up with the whole idea that something happened with Sloan, and that's where it came. So Seth and I were sitting at the Standard Hotel
because he was
pool.
crushing it at the pool. So
but also he's so, which, I wondered what you were thinking when he was talking about it, because it's similar like when we did John McGinley interview. Like Seth, he's a real creator. He really is. Like he's thinking all the time. Like I'm sadly not. Like once you put me to work, I start thinking about his brain is going all the time. And
it's funny he said that when I was talking about seeing him at the auditions, and I was like, "You always had your toys," and he said, "Yeah, I was bored." He's right. There was a lot of downtime and traffic, and you're on the train and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I guess I just stared off into space.
You thought you were too cool for toys.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't going to bust out action figures at the audition.
But more importantly than that, and I'm not saying this.
I'd like to get him back on.
All right, we will. But I'm asking you a question seriously about acting, because I think like when McGinley said that, you were a little freaked out that he'll run a scene 100 times before an audition.
Well, I believe he said 200 times, right?
Yeah.
It was like 100 times, and then you listen back to it 100 times or something like that.
And Seth was really talking about how seriously even he took this role. Do you? And I'm not. I believe I'm like this also. I'm really off the cuff. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to say or do. With Entourage even, the character of E. Like, were you sitting there going, okay, I got to really like dig into why I'm doing this, who I am, what happened in my childhood ever?
No, more of, I would use it like an example. And, it's funny too, because it ended up really working out. But at the time I was like, that was kind of a stupid idea. But it was my idea to not speak on the mushrooms.
It was a great idea.
Basically cut myself out of the script. I had no line. I mean, I was just like sitting there not talking. But yeah, it was like an idea that you craft. But it's because you had the heads up, and that was also a tribute to you that you would be even open to that.
That was, I mean, I love you in that episode. I mean, it really is awesome. Like your facial expressions are hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, like, and I think that's what Seth is saying. Like, how can I make sense out of this in my head? And for me, that's really within reason. The one thing that I like to do is at least have it make some form of sense.
I think part of it though, and I'm just telling you who I am. It is what it is. Like part of it depressed me when I was talking to Seth, because I see how much he loves it. And like as soon as he starts as soon as anybody starts talking ideas to me, I start to go the other way. I'm like, oh, I got to work. I got to start.
He was a late blooming clubber, Seth. I didn't know that. I forgot about that.
The fact you guys were at the clubs together is just wild to me,
But he was late. He had a late run.
Late to the party.
Yeah, like he wasn't like in the early. He had a stretch like in his late 20s. He was saying that he went on. But that's what I mean. It's like I knew it was Emmanuel's birthday and nobody like really had to leave, but I just felt like,
I always try to be mindful of when people tell me they got stuff, and then you went to the bathroom, which completely threw us, which we have to, Scott, you got to put that clip in here because Seth was so freaking funny when first of all, he did not comprehend where you went. He was like, what just happened? And then he started going in with where's his sandwich? And he really is. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I know when I know people say, oh, you use the word genius. He's got a genius to him, and he's able to
say you use that word a lot.
Some people say sometimes you throw it around, but it's like
everything is genius.
Yeah, but I don't mean it. I mean it with him.
I had a Caesar salad today at lunch. It was genius.
But like I see him, our kids are in dance class together, and Seth he's doing impressions constantly and coming up with ideas constantly. And sometimes I just sit there. I'm like, God, I'm not thinking about anything except for like.
You're saying I got no ideas?
Not you, me.
Me either.
I don't know if I have
no ideas. No, I don't know. He's but I just know he's got a take on it. It's like, he was there. He was there.
Is it your favorite thing in the world?
What?
Is it your fucking, like he said? You get on the set. Is that your favorite moment? Like, Manuel too was saying
in anticipation of like something that of course you're always, but like on a particular scene, you could be like,
yeah,
there's a little more to it, or there's something that you get kind of excited about. It's pretty exhilarating.
See, I'm so fucking negative, and it's not. This is not anything personal against anybody, but when I used to write or did write, I spent so much time on every syllable and every word. Like, I get to the set and there's dread. Like, are we gonna fuck this up? Now, when it goes well, which by the way on Ramble On, it really did. We actually didn't, and I think it's because on Entourage we did have a lot of flubbers. We had a lot of people who would not know their lines, who would not be prepared.
But when we got the scripts in really a good amount of time, like, which was the other frustrating thing I know for you about people not remembering the lines. Like, yo, you've had these scripts for 4 months.
Right.
You don't know the lines. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Right.
But you can't. Oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought. What were we just talking about?
No, we're talking about like being prepared and getting on the set and how much you love it.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So when something cool would come down the pipe in an episode of Entourage, like, you're more than excited about like what we're doing, like, immediately your brain starts going like, a Dylan line, a drama line when you hear one,
right.
And a Jerry, and you're like in your head, you're seeing it kind of play itself out,
right?
And that was always fun,
yeah.
To go like. Be showing up like, I've been waiting to see how Dylan, we were at the table reading like, this is, Dylan will surprise you sometimes, right? Or like, that Jerry's thinking of, what people are putting time into. So that was always fun to think about. Oh, fuck, Billy Walsh, Reese.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm reading this scene going like, I can't wait to get there and do this scene with him to see what he's going to do.
Right. Well, it felt like and I really mean that. On the Ramble On set, I guess I did feel like that. Every day felt really great. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It didn't feel like there was any stress.
No.
It felt like everyone was there to, A, be professional, and B, have fun. You
were prepared, and you also know what you want, so you're not really standing around. You guys were just perfectly prepared, and the game plan was executed.
And it's great to see, when I guess when you're on a series for a while, sometimes it just becomes like a job as opposed to anything. But on the Ramble On set, like even watching Charlie work was awesome because he cares about every single moment and everything that's happening. McGinley too. Like McGinley was only in one scene in Ramble On. He's in the trailer. This is John McGinley from Scrubs and 800 movies, like every Oliver Stone movie, and it's one of the greatest actors I've been around. But
reads it 100 times.
But he read the script of Ramble On. He was only in one scene and was like, "Can I talk to you about the whole script?"
Right.
And wanted to give me thoughts and ideas.
No, that was a collaborative bunch, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. So somehow, some way, hopefully we get back there. But
so you're right. But I think it's clear too that you're saying that. It's like, look, you're not really, you can't show the episode.
No.
But you can show the trailer.
Yeah.
So
and either people get excited or they don't, and some way it goes somewhere. But
I just feel like it's going to pose more questions than answers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh?
I think people are going to go. Wait a second. What's going on?
What's
what
next?
Is this? Yeah, what is this? Is this coming? Is this going?
Well, for the people who are listening, it's not coming. It's just a trailer at the moment.
That's what I'm saying.
There is a pilot behind it. There is a season-long arc.
It's not coming soon.
No, I took out the coming soon on the trailer.
Was it in there?
It was there. Yeah, it's not there.
By the way, you should put never coming. You should change it back.
Maybe never coming. I don't want to be negative because I love that trailer. The other thing with the trailer is the music that we had in it. It's like $1 million. So we had to replace the music. And my friend Joe.
I don't think you had to.
Really?
I don't think for Instagram. Scotty, would they have flagged that on Instagram?
No, I think you would have been okay on Instagram, but YouTube would have.
You know what? It would be discouraging to see it go down. But anyway, I think the music works. Joe recreated it, and Joe Vitarelli, who's awesome, and I who did tons of movies, including, you know what movie he scored, Kevin?
What?
Kissing a Fool. How about that?
Wow.
As well as She's So Lovely and many, many other movies. So anyway, send that trailer to everyone you know. Like it, pass it around, and hopefully
tell them it's not coming soon.
It's not coming soon. It's not coming soon, and we need Connolly because we need you to to coordinate, post it, collaborate, and get it out.
Well, that's I mean, listen, it's gonna go the distance. But I mean, the question is how are you positioning it? But now I know.
Well, now he's got me so stressed out now.
Thank you, God.